Welcome to Screw the Commute, the entrepreneurial podcast dedicated to getting you out of the car and into the money with your host, lifelong entrepreneur and multimillionaire, Tom Antion.
Hey everybody, it's Tom here with episode 683 of Screw the Commute podcast. Today I'm going to cover a critical copywriting technique called the reason why technique. And many of you know that I claim that copywriting is the number one skill I've developed in my, I think it's going on 46 or 47 years of formal business. And these are elements. This is an element that you can start using immediately to increase your sales. Now, if you really want to dig into this and take it to heart and improve your business and make a lot of money, take my copywriting course at copywriting901.com. You will not regret it, and it's very likely that your sales will increase immediately. Okay. All right, I hope you didn't miss episode 682. That was Kindle Create software. That's the free software Amazon gives you so you can turn tons of things that you may have already written into cash using Amazon. And while you're at it, check out episode 681. That was on hashtags. These are free things that you can use to be seen by more people. It's just as simple as that. You're crazy for not doing it. So learn about hashtags at episode 681. Of course, anytime you want to get to a back episode, you go to screwthecommute.com and then the episode number, / and then the episode number. Hashtags is 681. Kindle Create software is 682. And today, which you'll definitely want to put into play, is 683 on the reason why technique. And also follow me. I'm doing really good on TikTok. I'll be coming out with some training on it after I prove all the concepts. But you can jump on it and, hey, watch a bunch of my stuff. I've probably got 120 little short videos on there now, training stuff at tiktok.com/digital multimillionaire. All right, let's get into the copywriting technique called the reason why. First, some bigger picture stuff. People love sales. Get that through your head. People love sales. You probably already know this, but we want to use this to our advantage. And you probably love it when you see something that you want on sale. I mean, it makes you want to go ahead and buy it while it's on sale. You may have coveted it for a long time, but just couldn't pull the trigger when it was full price. But when that sale hit, it was enough to push you over the edge to purchase. Okay, that's the big picture. People love sales. So if you want to get a burst of income, have a sale. The problem is that if you just out of nowhere have a sale without telling people why you're having a sale, the reason why, the original full purchase price it just doesn't look as real, and people start to be suspect that the supposed sale price really should have been the retail price. But anyway, they start to doubt you, and they're less likely to purchase. Now, this is a concept of price or fee credibility. For instance, when I did corporate speaking, my fee was $20,000. If I told the meeting planner this, and they said, well, we only have 1,500. I said, I'll take it. Right? They would immediately know that the $20,000 figure was smoke and mirrors, wasn't real. So you don't want to do that. Now, if I said something like, oh, well, Mr. or Miss Meeting Planner, that's well below my fee, but if you bought a copy of my course for each attendee, or if I'm allowed to sell at the back of the room, then I think we can make some agreement. So you don't want to just drop your fee for no reason. Remember, we're talking about the reason why. All right, so now you know it behooves you to have a sale because people are more likely to pull their wallet out. So that's what the reason why stuff is all about. We're going to tell people why we're having a sale. And here's the power of this, even if your reason is really lame. Okay. So I'm going to give you some reasons you could have a sale. Pre-publication sale of, let's say you're writing a book. What's the reason? Well, we have to pay the printer for our new book, so we're having a sale. You could have an anniversary sale. Another very common one is we're overstocked and need room in the warehouse. And let me take a sidebar here. See, I've lived in Virginia Beach for now over 20 years. and every single weekend, Haynes Furniture has some kind of reason to have a sale. We ordered too many couches. We lost our lease on our warehouse. We've got to move to a different location. The purchasing manager accidentally ordered 400 recliners instead of 40. I mean, just every weekend for the last 20 years is the same thing. But they've made a fortune doing this. So no matter how lame the excuse, it works like a charm. And to illustrate this, Robert Cialdini, that's Cialdini, in his famous book, Influence, the Psychology of Persuasion, which, by the way, most people at my level have read this 7 times, and it's all worn out because it's so powerful. But anyway, he told the story of an experiment he did in a busy college library. So what he did is he took one of his researchers, and the college library, the copy machine always had a big line. And so he had one of his researchers go to the front of the line and say the following: "Can I cut in because I have a test coming up?" And they got something like 85%, okay, no problem, kind of thing. So then he said, go up to the front of the line and say, I need to cut into the line. And nobody wanted to let the person do it. It was like very tiny percentage. But then he had them go up to the front of the line and say, I need to cut in the line because, but he told them, do not say anything after the word because. And he got a really high rate of acceptance. Okay, so even the fact that there was no actual reason, the word because implied that there was a reason, and people let the person cut the line without complaining about it. All right, so this is really powerful, and I do recommend you get a copy of that book. It's a classic, and all of us guys have read it and use it like crazy. So just implying there's a reason got big results is what I'm boiling down to. Here's some other examples. We're moving. A charity needs our help. We need floor space, and this goes on and on. Now, this brings up another big picture aspect of the reason why technique and sales in general. All right, here we go. Hold your ears. People are greedy bastards. All right. See, when the purchaser believes you're stuck and really need them, they expect big discounts and they feel like they're taking advantage of you. All right, but you're all happy about it. For instance, the car dealers, oh, the boss says if we don't move out these old models, the new models are coming in, we're gonna be fired. Stuff like that. So it's all around you all the time, and it works, folks. I mean, it might seem cheesy when we pull it out and spotlight it, but they work like a charm for the average person that's just buying stuff. The average person is not a marketer that's listening to this podcast and is digging deep into the reason why technique, all right? It just affects an average person a certain way, and it makes you money. That's why we're doing this stuff. Now, back to the greedy bastards. Right. Let me tell you about one of my early mentors, this really hits home the point about them being greedy. So this guy had a $97 product. Follow the math here with me, folks. And he was putting it on sale for half price. And he purposely listed it at $39.95. Right? Now, for those of you out there not great at math, half of 97 is $48.50. All right. And even some of his best customers went ahead and bought it at $39.95, and only after they purchased did they contact him and say, hey, John, you have the wrong price listed. They knew that he would honor the $39.95 price since they were good customers, but he had planned the entire deal all along, knowing that people are greedy, and he sold out really fast. All right, so there you go. Now, there are exceptions to when you need to use a reason why. That's when everyone is already expecting a sale, like Black Friday, Cyber Monday, President's Day, 4th of July, Memorial Day, all of these things, after Christmas, all these things. So test this out. Come up with a reason to have a sale, and I think you'll be happy with the results. And I want to give you one more example that my original mentor, Corey Rudel, did, but he would never admit to it. He had a scratch and dent sale on his famous internet marketing course that actually started me out back in the mid-90s. He claimed these were returns and damaged binders that he couldn't sell as new. And then I heard from a lot of people that when they bought it, they all came in perfectly pristine with no damage and in the original shrink wrapping. Now, I'm not endorsing this kind of activity to lie to people, all right? But I'm just telling you the kind of power it has by having sales. So let me know what reasons you come up with to have a sale. Go to my website, screwthecommute.com. Click on the little blue widget that says leave a voicemail, and I'll give you a shout out on a future episode. Make sure you leave your website and tell me what you did and what you learned from this episode, or any of the episodes, tell you the truth. That's a little widget called Speak Pipe. But click on it. You can leave me a voicemail, and I'll put it on a future episode for you. All right, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. We'll catch you all on the next episode. See you later.